Well, hello, hope you enjoyed that. That was my approximation of Ecce Homo by Howard Goodall. It's the theme tune from Mr. Bean. I suppose, a lot of people may know it, they might not know it. Howard Goodall is a British composer. He's done loads of theme tunes to very popular British TV shows. Thinking of stuff like Blackadder, Red Dwarf, Mr. Bean, obviously. But he's done loads of stuff, and he's very prolific, and he's a very accomplished songwriter and composer. He does lots of stuff for choirs as well. I mean, this is actually a choral piece, but I've just approximated it, on piano. Mr. Bean, the TV show. I mean, yeah, what to say? It's like an international success story, isn't it? Rowan Atkinson. I'm a big fan of Rowan Atkinson, the actor. He's been in loads of stuff. Been on British TV for a long, long time. I mean, I'm a big fan of Blackadder in particular, and I just think he's generally a wonderful comedic actor. So anyway, yeah, I quite like the TV show. It's dark. I think it's really dark. It's darker than it may come across. The Mr. Bean character itself, I've always found to be quite a dark character. I mean, yeah, it's very funny the way that he interacts with other humans, but I think now if you were looking at him, you'd think that he has some kind of personality disorder, really. He really struggles to interact with other humans, and he's very childlike in his persona and the way that he interacts and the way that he thinks, and he's very selfish. He's like a little 2 or 3 year old, in that kind of mentality. He's very fixated on things, and he'll do whatever it takes to get them. But therein lies the comedy. It's not supposed to be analysed, really. It's just a funny TV show with some great performances. But anyway, why did I approximate this tune? Well, I just think it's beautiful. I think it's got some really interesting chords. And again, Howard Goodall, he's got that grounding in classical composition and understanding. So this to me sounds like very classic choral composition. The way that the different voices weaving these different lines, these different harmony lines that intersect and create these chords. And I've just very crudely interpreted the chords and the voicings on piano, but to listen to the real recording, you can see what's going on. It's very clever, and I'm a big fan of musicians and composers that can write for vocals, for the human voice and choirs. I think vocal and choral arrangement, to me, is very impressive. But yeah, this tune is somewhat kind of sentimental to me, I suppose. I mean, I must have watched Mr. Bean, when I was a kid before school. And the school that I went to, we used to go to chapel every day. It was quite a not really religious school, but it was just part of school life. Every morning you go to chapel, and they had a big pipe organ, and everyone would sing these hymns. So I've got a big soft spot in my heart for hymns, for choral music. So I've got some other approximations on this channel, which is me doing kind of hymns, stuff that I would have heard when I was a kid. So yeah, check them out. I particularly like Repton. Repton is my favourite piece of music I've ever heard in my life. I wish I was doing these little talk to camera sections back when I started this channel, because I would have loved to have talked for ages about Repton by Hubert Parry and how much I love that piece of music. But anyway, going back to Ecce Homo, Mr. Bean theme, come over to the piano and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, this piece is in C, which is nice and easy. I like C. Yeah, starting off, we've got this kind of pedal tone on the C, and then you've got the E, C, G, E, G, F, G, D, E. There's just that little loop that goes on. I don't know. I suppose it just gives it a bit of colour. But the main chord, so C major 7 to an F major 7, but it's quite nice because you've got the sharp fall to the 3rd, down to a D major 7. D minor 7. Got that minor 6 in there as well. That B. Now this chord, I play it as like a C first inversion. So on the left hand, E, G, C, and it kind of resolves from that A to the G. I don't really know exactly what that chord is. I think there's more to it. It's kind of a bit like an E minor. So I'll just play it like a normal E minor just to see what it sounds like. So. got an E minor colour to it. But I think really it's that C first inversion. And then C dominant 7. Which is a 5-1, back to F. Anyway, so yeah, C dominant 7, F major 7, and then in the bass line, E, back down to D minor 7, to G7, so just a little 2-5-1. That's quite nice. So it's like a F inverted, the C. There's a nice little cadence. It's like, you know, that little plagal cadence, really. But you put that leading that major 7 in there before you go back to your root. Anyway, then I go back to second time round. Same chords to start off with, and then. So it's a C sharp minor, a C sharp diminished, sorry, to D minor, then E flat diminished, to G7, well G7 sus, and then when you resolve to the third, the little walk down, and then this triumphant. Back to C, but you've got that fifth, the high G on the top. And then F major 7 again, you're still keeping that G melody line and resolving, so that that kind of 2-1 little resolution. And then this is a nice line too. So F, B, D, A, and then back to that C first inversion thing, E minor, whatever. C7, F major 7, and then I just play it again. But this time I go. Can you see the F there in my left hand? And then I go down to a D. So yeah. It's the same plagal cadence, that 4-1 plagal cadence, but I'm just adding some extra that little movement. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, have a go at yourself. There's a lot you can do with it. Some lovely chords. I'm always a big fan of diminished chords. You know, in jazz and classical, there's a lot you can do with those kind of diminished. I mean, that's lovely. That E flat diminished to G7. I'm sure there's some technical like music theory explanation of that little turnout. It's probably some kind of it's probably some altered 2-5-1. I don't know. I'm not a music theorist. That's it. Thank you.